And before I introduce our topic for today, allow me to introduce our distinguished panelist joining us straight from Maryland, Mr. Joel Rubin, former Deputy Assistant to U.S. Secretary of State from Kyiv, Roman Vybranovsky, head of the Economic Security Council of Ukraine, and here at the Tel Aviv studios, journalist Nika Kolyohin. Thank you all, gentlemen, very much for your time this evening. And our main topic is very simply put, as the war continues, the Russians are making advancements. There's a big question: what is the end game to the Ukraine war from the Western perspective? Let's take a deeper look and pick up the debate right after. So let's get to it. Is there even an end game for the West when it comes to the war in Ukraine? Dear gentlemen, you know the rules. You each get 30 seconds to lay out your initial stance, and we pick up the debate right after. So Joel, please take the lead.
It's great to be with you, Ellie. The end game is that Russia stops its unnecessary, illegal, and diabolical invasion of Ukraine. Vladimir Putin knows what he has to do, and that's to pull back at a minimum to where Russia was before February 24th, and to allow for real negotiations and talks to continue. But the sovereignty of Ukraine must be respected. It is not being respected by Russia. And until that happens, we're not going to see a diplomatic endgame that is going to bear fruit.
Yes, Roman, your take on the matter.
Yeah, hi. My guess is that the end game for the West is the survival of the West and the liberal order. It's not only about Ukraine. The only reasonable end game is to create circumstances where Russia will not strike again. After Syria and Ukraine, there will be no other country that will be attacked by the Russia, because if Russia will be not stopped here in Ukraine, there will be next countries that will suffer in the way Ukraine suffers today.
And last but definitely not least, Nick, the podium is yours.
I believe that this game is for centuries already, and the Western world clash with Russia, it happens in different countries each time, and now the beautiful land of Ukraine and Ukrainian people are the ones that are suffering from this global game of over power, money, and geopolitical influence.
Okay, gentlemen, so please feel free to interact from this point onwards. I don't even need to say respectfully, you're all very, pure gentlemen, so I'm not worried at all.